Hey everybody, we're going to be working on baby crow today, and I call it baby crow. And here's something that y'all kind of need to know about the way I teach. I mean, I've been trained and whatnot, but mostly I just teach from a very anatomical and scientific approach. So I use a lot of physics in everything that I teach. So some of the stuff that I'm going to do with you today, you might think, well, I've been in another class or I learned it a different way. That's fine. Different is not wrong, okay? It's just different. So take what I'm going to share with you, and if it works for you, then you are welcome to it. I'm sharing it with you, and it was shared with me. So that's just how we advance and improve ourselves. And if you take a look at it and you think, that's just not working for me, you have some choices there. You can be, that doesn't work for me and I'm not going to do it that way. Or if you feel like there's something about what I'm doing that could benefit you in some way, but you're just not quite grasping a certain particular component or whatever, email me or message me here on social. To be honest with you, I don't even know what page I'm recording this on. I think it's my personal page. Anyway, so we're going to start. If you have a roller or if you have yoga blocks, to put them underneath your sits bone, under the pelvic floor. That's where you want to be. I'm going to turn a little bit so that you can really see how we're going to get into this. You're going to have your feet planted firmly on the floor, and you're going to bring the palms together, and you're going to reach the tricep into the lowest part of the inner thigh. We're not pushing on our knees. We're into the inner thigh. We're going to take a breath, and our head is going to go there, and our heart is going to go there. I need another hand. And our hips are going to go there. Can you see that? Remember that if you've seen in some of our other videos, you've heard me talk about the dandelion philosophy. And that's what's happening here. Energy is going in every direction. So this is our breath. Exhale, energy out every direction. Long, tall, wide. Now we're going to maintain this position. We're not going to let our legs come back in. We're not going to let our arms relax. We're going to keep that tension. So I don't know if you can see the muscles still engaged. And open the hands to the front with big jazz hands. Sorry, I'm a dance teacher. It's what I call these hands. From here, your face, your heart are going to go there, and your feet are going to push down, the balls of your feet, even the toes. Take a breath. Exhale, push down with your feet, your toes, go forward. Now I'm off my mat a little bit because I turned so you could see me. So I'm going to fix that real quick, because this floor is a little bit slippery. All right, so here we are, and our hands are about as wide as our shoulders are. And if you will allow your body to rest down, you're going to feel a really fabulous stretch through the inner thigh. That should feel really, really good. Come back to seated on your roller or your yoga blocks anytime. If you've been working on this for a while and you don't need to be seated, you can definitely do this from a squat position. So from here, this is our breath. Exhale, engage. Breathe and open. Exhale, push. Feel the weight of the body balancing on the tricep. Turn the toes under. Now remember the dandelion. Your head is reaching forward. Your hips are reaching back. Your fingertips are working into the floor. Your belly's pulled into your spine. And when you're ready to come back out, just come back. So when you look at that, that is a power move. That is a strength move. Well, or is it a balance? Think about it. it could very well be a balance. So we're going to approach it in that way. So we are stacked up on our hands. Now, you do need to build up a certain strength in the wrist, a certain tolerance in the tricep to the weight, and not just the weight of your body. Your body's going to balance your weight, but we don't typically go around balancing our inner thigh on our tricep. Okay, so if you didn't get that at first, then just keep practicing through these beginning skills. Also, very helpful. I can't believe I didn't bring any blocks over here. I may have to go run and get some. I'm going to stack some blocks up, and we're going to talk about how we can move into this from a reverse position by having a place for our headrest. So I'll be right back. Okay. Here we go. Now, it just depends on how tall you are or how much support you feel like you need. So from this position, this kind of looks like getting ready to do some karate moves, doesn't it? Back into our spot. Exhale, hands are here. So, hope you can see this. You're going to go back into your beginning balance. That means that you can feel the weight of your body on your triceps. And you're going to reach your forehead forward. You're not going to try to get there this way. You're going to get there this way. I'm exaggerating so you can see. Now, the tailbone is very far away from the top of my head. If you feel like that's too close, just inch it out a little bit and try again. You want your longest spine. Turn the toes under and feel how that feels. Take a block away. Keep going. And then eventually, what you might do is just have them there as a form of, I know it's there if I need it kind of thing. So move into your position. I'm not going to touch it unless I need it. And there it is. If I need it, boom. So if you're concerned with the face plant possibility, then you can do that. If you are already working, if you're that far, you feel like you can accomplish that. And let me just go back real quick and say, I kind of just skimmed over turning your toes under. That's huge. When you turn your toes under, then you have a little bit more, what's the right word? Not advanced, but like, you don't have that safety net of the ball of the foot. So with the toes turned under from here, then versus being here and pushing. So the toes are really powerful. And if they push you forward, where are you going to go? Forward, right? But if you balance and you have your toes turned under and you lift them off the floor at the same time that you're reaching head forward, tailbone back for longest spine, all your energy is going out in every direction, then you're more into a balance versus having to try to get up there and wiggle. All right? From there, you have that. Now we're going to go into more of a parallel and a thinner position, and we're going to bring our knee into our highest arm. From here, same thing, but you're going to go ahead and be connected. Now remember, you may have learned this a different way, and that is so fine. That's awesome. And if you already have crow and you like the way you're doing that and you feel very confident about it, then rock on, you are ready to go. But if you're having some trouble with it, some of these things I'm going to say might help you. So here we are, and we're going to have our knees up really high in the arm. See that? And you're going to come forward, and you're going to walk yourself in, turn the toes. Now your head is going to go lower than your hips, and you're going to be using your fingertips. Fingertips are very important. So I don't know if you could see on that video just now, or if you saw it, I tipped forward a little bit. So I had to use my fingers to push myself back so that I didn't plant all the way over. So remember, when you're working full-on crow, as we were just working, you want to have your knees as high as you can, and you want to fall into the stack of the body. And the position of the body would be head to tail. All right? Moving on, because I want to get into our shoulder stretch and I don't want to take up too much time. We're going to take a look at side crow, and side crow is a little bit different. So you're going to face side on your mat. You're going to bring one hand across the body, and you're going to take the lower part of that tricep to the outside of the knee. Plant the hand. This one's going to plant directly next to it. Notice there's space between the elbow and the hip. Well, you're going to lift up and onto. That's the first step. Just be here. Now I'm going to turn that to a different angle so you can, in case you can't really see what I'm doing. So very important that we learn to rest on the other parts of our body and not try to use parts of our body to hold the other part up. So I'm resting on my arms more so than I am trying to lift my hips and place them on my arms. I hope that makes sense. It makes so much sense in my head. All right, which is a scary place to be. Here we go. Reaching, pushing. And I'm just feeling my body weight on my arms. My feet are planted. My fingertips are working in the floor. Remember this stack of blocks? All right. Ta-da. Lift. All right, those are in my way. I can't do that. Yeah, but they're there if you need them. I think I just had it too high. So you're going to lean into that back arm and reach over into your side crow. Go to the other side. I probably shouldn't do these videos right after I teach class because I am really tired. All right, knees together, arm comes around, plant those hands across from each other, lean into that back elbow and come over. If I fall and don't get up, I'm at the Hernando studio. Y'all send somebody for me, okay? Here we go. Big breath. Exhale. And lift. And that's your side crow. Okay. Wow. So if you are doing that with me, then your shoulders are really warm and you're going to be ready for this amazing shoulder stretch on the roller. And this one's tough, okay? Because usually when we're on the roller, we just give in to wherever we're rolling. And we're gonna actually be resisting away from the direction that we're rolling on this one. So, sitting on your mat, you're gonna diagonally place the roller from your hip to the underarm. I don't know if you could hear my back just go crack, 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 but it was great. Okay, so here we are. This arm is gonna go out, okay? And this hand is gonna connect to your head, and it's not holding your head up. Your head is pushing into your hand. There's a lot of work happening right here. From here, you're just gonna roll into this shoulder. Remember, we're working, it's engaged. This one's hanging out over here. Maybe it's on the floor. Now change that. Now, this one's gonna release and relax, and you'll move into that. And you just move as far as you need to. Remember to breathe. This is my sore shoulder. Come back up, change. Other side, from the hip to the underarm. Engage so that we're really warming that underarm, reach through. So what I was saying about is so difficult about this is that our body is not going over there diagonally with the roller. Your hips are moving to the end of the mat. So your body is going into the mat, top of the mat. The roller is moving diagonally. Because if you give into that and start to move diagonally, then you're rolling through your rib cage, which is fine. If your back ribs need to be rolled, then you do that. But this is a shoulder stretch, so that's where we want to be. Switch your arm. Now you're ready to give into that nice little roll right there. One more thing I'm going to do, and then I see some comments. I'll cover those if there are questions. Y'all know I love to lay on this roller a long way, so come on in. Get all the way down so that your head can rest on the roller. You're going to open the arms and the feet are on the floor. They're your support for right now. You're going to lift up. Take the right arm closest to your face. Cross the elbows. Give yourself a hug. Then you're going to keep your lower back into the roller here by pushing your belly button down. Do not clench the glutes. Check that. See if you are. Breathe. Use the left elbow or the bottom elbow to push the top one. You're going to try to stay connected at the elbow as far as you can and just let it open out at the point at which it needs to do so. Bring it around, be in control, but at the same time try to be really relaxed. Breathe it up. Switch arms. Hug, hug, hug. Let that bottom elbow, breathe. Belly's pushed down. Bring it around. Roll side to side into that shoulder. Each direction, let it feel nice. There's a very graceful way to get off the roller. You're going to extend your legs out a little bit. You're going to take both hands to the floor and you fall to the side. I tricked you. You just fall off. There's not a graceful way to get on or off this roller. All right, so that's what we have for today. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'm going to take a look at our comments here. Or it could just be people joining in. Anyway, I hope that you found something there that worked for you, and that maybe your crow balance will be a little bit easier, or maybe you can take something that I did with you today and attach it to what you already know and really grow your practice. So that's my hope and my goal. If you have any questions, contact me, and if you have an idea for a video, we would love to do one for you. But the most thing that we would love to do is to have you in class. So please do try to join us for a class. You can look at the Stars in Motion Facebook page. And if you're ever in South Haven or Hernando, Mississippi, come take class with us. So you all have a great rest of the evening, and let me know if this video was helpful to you. Good night.